A, B, C, D, F, W, C, let's all be humbled by Stephen Fry. Genius is on QI, Davis is on QI. QI!
What's up everyone, Adam from FWCI. This is QI Series 4, Episode 1, Danger. Danger is my middle name. Now first of all, if you want a full-length version of this reaction, go to patreon.com/FWCI and make sure you subscribe here on YouTube as well, because I've got a lot of QI to get through. We're still in the early days. Alan Davies' hair is still curly and brown, which is why I affectionately refer to him as, you guessed it, Curly Brown. And I want you to let me know in the comments what episode I should watch for Series F. So far, the suggestions are Fashion, Future, Film, Fingers and Thumbs. That's one thing, Fingers and Thumbs. Collective. But make sure you do subscribe, because whatever I react to from Series E will be coming up next on the channel anyway. Alright, I've got my calculator. I'm ready to calculate some points. We're gonna get some meaningful points in this episode. I will see to it. This is QI, Series 4, Episode 1, Danger. Me. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. Alright. Fucking tiger. Ah! The tiger always throws me off because it's such an obvious word. I'm not even gonna try. I can't even say the word. I'm off to a terrible fucking start. Fry, humble me, good sir.
Shaun Lock.
Hey, the Carrot Man's here. Oh.
Joe Brand.
Oh my god. Young Joe Brand, kinda.
The meaning of the word dastardly Alan Davis.
Look at his fucking hair. What are you? What the fuck is this? Woodstock? What is going on with that hair there, Davies? Look at this absolute fucking mop. What are you in a punk band? I have no phallic envy of Alan Davies. Looks absolutely ripped off of his fucking nugget. That's dangerous. Danger.
Vehicle reversing.
yeah, still.
You don't get more dangerous than a
mosquito, yeah.
Yeah, fucking kill you, give you malaria.
There is a 1 in 48 million risk of being burned to death while you sleep. There is a 1 in 30 million risk.
That would wake you up, wouldn't it?
Yeah, what the fuck?
You could be quite pissed, couldn't you? I actually burnt my flat down when I was pissed.
Alright, Joe Brand.
It's like, you just go, F it, sort it out in the morning.
Exaggerating, was it cystitis?
I don't know what that is.
You've got rather ladies' area quite early on in the show.
Alright, Jimmy Carr is hilarious. But there is a, what do you call it, record of dudes over in Europe, in like Russia or UK, like the really blisteringly cold countries. They'd come home drunk as hell after a big night out on the piss, and they would not be able to get the key in the lock because they were too drunk, and then they'd fall asleep outside and then freeze to death. So I don't know if that's them sleeping through freezing to death, or if it's just by the time you wake up it's too late, which is grim. But yeah, people be sleeping through extreme extremity changes.
Choking to death is 1 in 120 million. The risk of dying by tea cozy is 1 in 20 billion.
Oh!
257,000 chance of you dying today during this program.
Cool. Thanks for that.
What have you got planned for round 2?
257,000 people playing QI at the moment. One of them would die.
Yeah, no, that's not how it works.
What?
That can't be true, though. There have been places that have had 257,000 people there at once, and one of them didn't just fucking die. Or maybe they did. Alright, Stephen, I was gonna say Hawking, which I know is not it, but maybe it is kind of it. What a bizarre, who's doing that? But what if it's not, nah. This show. We haven't even started yet. My brain's already in a fucking state.
I think we had a nurse standing by, frankly. Well, we had.
I'm not a proper nurse.
How not proper?
Psychiatric.
She's a stripper.
What is 3 times more dangerous than war?
3 times more dangerous than war is motor vehicle accidents.
3 wars.
Jimmy wins.
Is it doing a Yui on the A40?
This is according to the United Nations.
Yeah, kind of.
More likely to die at work than you are at war.
Does that include soldiers?
Yeah, good question.
What the statistics are for people who work in shoe shops near wars.
How many times have they actually had a war in a shopping centre?
All right, this is my first time seeing Shaun Lock on this show as well. I've only ever seen him embarrass John Richardson in Carrot in a Box, and I saw some other of his highlights from something else. So I'm very excited to watch more Shaun Lock. May he rest in peace, and his comedy will clearly live on.
In South London, you'd find a lot of wars in shopping centres.
It said 1/3 of all accidents at work go unreported. How do they know?
It's a fair call.
122 deaths per 100,000 employed.
So that song's entirely wrong, is it?
What? I'm a Jack and I'm okay.
It's not chainsaws.
But also, you're not very well protected in panties and a bra.
The single most dangerous specific job is said to be an Alaskan crab fisherman.
Is this most dangerous jobs in America? Because how many presidents have they had? They've had
Hang on a second, is this before that was a TV show that was crazy successful? Crab Fisherman? Isn't that a show? I think it's a show. What was the most dangerous military stratagem ever devised? So I'm guessing that just means, like, which strategy or attack or something had the most devastating death? Like, outcome of death? Hiroshima? Maybe? If I'm understanding the question.
The front line of the opposing army does something so extraordinary that you think, oh my God, we're never going to beat them.
Is it from a Carry On film? Is it when they lifted their...
They chop their own heads off.
They chop their own heads off.
Their own heads.
The front line of the army...
What?
It's a country you know well, and you're wearing its flag at the
This
moment.
is the flag of Vietnam.
Well, that's right, we're talking...
Oh, right.
You may say, well, why would they do that?
What's the worst that could happen?
The worst that could happen is if they didn't, then all their families and all their children would be massacred as well.
It.
Jimmy! Holy crap, that is insane, though.
I know if you cut a duck's legs off, it can still swim.
That's not a decapitation there, Locke, but quite interesting.
Like, heads could kind of, like, chat about
Carry on
after.
chatting.
So,
Well, no, you're right, there was a storm.
Yeah, like a couple of seconds.
Guillotined and their heads put in the same bag straight away, and one bit the other so hard they couldn't be separated. What, just the heads?
That's holding a grudge, isn't it?
They were French.
It could be described as utterly French.
This is the most dangerous sport in fact, the most dangerous country.
What is the most dangerous sport? In fact, the most dangerous country in the world. Oh, I mean, I'm going to guess that it's an Australian thing, but I don't know what they constitute as sport. Does this extend into, like, diving and stuff like that?
Sport's so dangerous it's been banned for all but 15 days of the year. It's a child's pastime that has become aggressive and extreme.
Conkers?
So what, for 15 days of the year, shit just rains crazy?
The idea of extreme kite flying
It's dangerous.
You have to sever your
Head?
competitors. It's actually made of metal with glass.
What?
Sharp, abrading glass. Hundreds of people do it all over the country.
Who told you this, Stephen? This is not...
It's the Spring Festival of Vasant Panchami, or Basant is when it happens. And there's people against it.
As those subtitles.
How big can a kite be? What's the heaviest kite you
Huge.
could have?
They could weigh anything up to 4 tons.
Fuck off.
and how many people does it take to fly that, then?
50.
50 people, yeah.
50 men, it says here.
50 men or 25 fat birds?
Name the world's most dangerous manager.
It's not...
Dave the Decapitator? How do you even answer that? Dangerous manager? I don't know, the fucking manager of Assassins Are Us in fucking Russia. There we go.
of Psychos Are Us in Catford.
She did an Are Us joke as well.
I'm like Evil Knievel's manager.
Very like Evil Knievel's manager, only go back in time to the Niagara Falls.
Blondin's manager.
Absolutely right.
Who the fuck is Blondin?
He was a famous tightrope walker.
He was the most famous tightrope walker of his day.
Oh, okay.
Carried his manager across, which was a disaster. It took 42 minutes.
What?
Stop halfway across and make an omelette and then eat it. Or he'd take a lion and a wheelbarrow across with him.
Really? A lion?
Oh. A lion in a wheelbarrow? What are you talking about here, Fry? Now you're just making up absolute codswallop. I said it.
No, he died, actually. He died in...
Tea cosy.
Nestling in a bed of diabetes. No, he died in bed, age 73.
Fucking hell, that's shocking.
Because apparently there's endless kind of trucks reversing up with sort of concealed...
I think I've actually heard this before.
So really...
They do stop it. There have been 16 known barrel drops, and 6 of those have ended in mortality.
Holy fuck.
Now, Annie Taylor was the first to do it, and she was something of a heroine for doing it. There she is, look. Well, battle actually looks, I mean, God.
Oh, wait, she did it as a stunt? Holy shit.
And he did it with his legs tied to an anvil.
What?
Well, he couldn't, because he tied it to an anvil in that rather sort of roadrunnery way, you know, kind of thing. And all they found of him was a severed arm inside the barrel.
Oh, my God.
With animals, bears and geese and all kinds of things, and sailed it off the top of Niagara. Only 2 geese survived. 2 bears crawled out and they were shot.
What the fuck? What's the point of that?
What's the most dangerous sporting activity for women?
It's not foxy boxing, Jimmy Carr. When was this? 2008 or something like that. There's that roller derby stuff. That stuff's pretty fucking dangerous. I reckon I'm going to say netball, under the complete guess that there's a ton of ankle and knee injuries sustained in professional netball competition.
Cheerleading, somewhere like Iraq would be tough, wouldn't it? You know,
I'm going to give you...
Cheerleading would be quite...
I'm going to give you the money.
Really?
The points. Money.
the money!
By women engaged in cheerleading than any other sporting activity.
Holy shit.
The best-known cheerleader in America is...
I don't know.
George Bush is the right answer. Did you actually know that?
Yes, what he did is thanks.
Yes. Go Nads, which was the name of his team.
Oh my God. Go Nads.
Sports bungee jumping, do you know anything about that?
You can get a detached breast tissue.
What, at the gift shop afterwards? Or...
Fucking Alan just piping up. You can get a detached breast tissue. He just has such a low energy. I don't know what his thoughts are on like weed and stuff, but he seems to be like the pseudo stoner representative on this show. It's fucking hilarious.
It will still lactate for half an hour.
Oh God.
Like a tester, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, no, I'll be all right with this, yeah. He's got a tow rope and jumped off a bridge. Obviously, the foot just snapped off and he landed in a freezing river.
Fuck.
You can swim.
Yeah.
Darwin. I don't know the Darwin Awards. When you say take yourself out as a gene pool...
Well, it's stories from around the world of people that...
What? How the fuck does Stephen Fry not know what the Darwin Awards are? That's shocking.
So comfy in a garden chair, he went about a mile up and froze to death.
What an arse! Another dangerous sport is Russian roulette, of course.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, it is.
General ignorance, so fingers on buzzers. Please, what causes deep vein thrombosis on aeroplanes?
Circulation in your legs. Next question. Fuck.
Sitting down for too long. Oh, hello.
Is it the 5 pasties you had before you set off?
That it's actually the poor air quality.
Right.
Hugely sexually attractive, those.
Well, they stopped calling them surgical stockings because that sounds so kind of Les Dawson, old lady, and they now call them compression socks. It sounds
I
slightly
think
butch.
I like those socks because
You
put them on.
would do, because you're sort of quite pervy, aren't you?
As men age, the hair stops growing in the lower part of the shin.
Yeah.
Is it?
Me?
You must
Oh
have
no,
noticed
I've got virtual quiffs down there.
You liar, you do that.
Around, my bikini line's wound around my ankles at the moment.
Fuck.
How much sleep should you have every night?
Vehicle reversing.
7 hours.
Get 6 or 7 hours sleep a night, as opposed to their grandparents or great-grandparents in 1900, where 9 hours a night was the average.
Wow.
People lived less long for all kinds of reasons.
Alright, so question, how long do you usually sleep? I usually get about 6 hours. Which I feel like people say is not enough, which is why I guess that it would be 7. But, 6 or 7 hours is basically where I'm at. And if I sleep any more than that, I feel like I've overslept. But I can always sleep less than that if I need to as well. Like, I don't feel like 6 hours is like the absolute minimum that I can sleep. Like, I can sleep 4 or 5 hours if I need as well. But let me know in the comments what your sleeping pattern is.
All the seismologists used.
Oh, wait. What scale do seismologists use to measure earthquakes? Oh, that's the Richter scale. I bet it's not, though.
Richter scale.
Fuck!
It's called the MMS, the Moment Magnitude Scale.
You sure?
Disappointing.
You're absolutely sure?
Yes. Michelangelo, for example? No?
Michelangelo.
Don't like him?
Bollocks.
He was particularly good at bollocks, it must be said. When was the largest earthquake in the United States of America?
Where the fuck has earthquakes in the US? Say somewhere near California, maybe? New Mexico, 1938.
The long bit.
You mean San Francisco, 1906?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Oh!
That is, it killed 3,000 white people. They didn't count the Chinese dead.
Oh, that's fucked.
Fire.
And why did a lot of fires come about, do you think?
A flame.
Come on, Alan. This is your chance.
They were
Leaping
all
from
really
building to building.
fed up, so they all got pissed and fell asleep.
Because they weren't insured against earthquake, but they were insured against fire. So a lot of people started setting fire to their houses. It was at a time when there was gas lighting and heating all over the city.
Wow.
With the roof and be roasted alive. The military officer decided to direct his men to shoot them, which they did, in the presence of 5,000 people.
Jesus.
And there was another man who started
The
burning...
entertainment back then was
Yeah.
rubbish.
And the policeman took his name and address and then shot him through the head. Taking his name and address.
This is my house.
Madrid, Missouri, in the Mississippi Valley, during 1811 and 1812.
Man, that's pretty close to what I said. Shaun Lock with the win.
Way out in first place with 7. Joe Brand, ladies and gentlemen.
Brando! Good work. This young, spry pup.
Third position with 0 points, it is Jimmy.
Nil point for Jimmy.
Goes to the minus 19 of Alan Davis.
Give me some amazing fact, Fry.
The most dangerous thing in the world, he said, only in a Welsh accent, is to try to leap a chasm in 2 jumps.
Yeah, pretty fucking dangerous. So this is the first episode of any of these things that I've watched where I'm very familiar with every single person. Not so much Shaun Lock, but I've seen enough of him to really know what you're getting into when Shaun Lock is, on a panel like this. But that was a lot of fun. Jo Brand, she hasn't aged a great deal since then. I don't know if that's an insult or a compliment, but it was great to see Jo Brand on there throwing shade at everybody. Jimmy Carr I think he's probably one of the better people at this. Everything that he says, he's so quick, he's so witty, his humor is so defined. I just love watching him play in these unscripted kind of environments. So I think he's going to be one of my favorites to look out for in future episodes. And Shaun Lock and Alan Davies and Stephen Fry. He is such a institution. Is that a word I can use? The Fry Institute? He's so educated, but he's got such a wicked sense of humor. It's like such a unusual, rare combination to have this kind of a person, and it's the perfect vehicle for him. So I'm sure people were very disappointed when he leaves the show, but it doesn't sound like people are that disappointed with who has replaced him. So I'm glad that the show has continued on with a lot of love. But yeah, Stephen Fry is something else, isn't he? So I hope you enjoyed this reaction. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Go to patreon.com/FWCI if you want to support the channel further. And as always, everyone, be well, stay safe, look after your friends, ta-ta, and farewell.
Let's be humbled by Stephen Fry. Geniuses on QI. Davies is on QI. Hey, is that Stephen Fry?